Okay guys, so I finally got my hands on the Sony FX30, and the very first thing I always do when I get a new camera is go ahead and update the firmware. So whether you guys just picked up the Sony FX30 or you guys already have the FX30 and Sony has just released a new update like the new 5.0 firmware update, you've come to the right place, because today I'm going to show you guys step by step on how you can update the FX30 to the latest firmware. So let's get right into it. Okay guys, so the first step in the video is you guys are going to want to go ahead and download the software. I'll go ahead and provide the links in the description. Now, most of you guys will already have the version 1.05. You need to make sure you have that before you go ahead and do the latest update, which is going to be version 5.0. That's the most current version that is out as I'm making this video. But if there is a newer update, I'll make sure to update the links down below. Okay, so before we download the firmware and we stack it onto the current SD card, the first thing you guys are going to want to do is just clear the SD card by basically coming down to this little red tab right here, just clicking right, scrolling over to media, format, and then you're just going to go ahead and format slot 1. So I'm going to click that, execute format. Formatting completed. So now we're just going to take the SD card out of this camera and then go ahead and throw the firmware update right on to the SD card. Let's go ahead and update to version 5.0 by first downloading the actual firmware update by clicking this right here. You just got to scroll through this, read that, go ahead and click download. And then I'm just going to go ahead and save this to my desktop to make things as simple as possible. So now that we have actually cleared the card and the download is completed, let's go ahead and throw the downloadable file right here on the card. Just plug that into my computer. Okay, SD card's right here. Okay, pop open the SD card. And then we're just going to drag the file that we just downloaded, which is the firmware update, right into the SD card. Okay, so now that is done, let's just go ahead and eject it. Go ahead and eject the SD card. Boom. And then now we can go ahead and meet you guys on the camera. Okay guys, so now that I'm back onto the camera, let's just go ahead and enter in that SD card. Throw that right back in. Perfect. Okay. And then the first thing we're going to do is click menu button. Okay, we're going to go all the way down to the settings tab right here. So just kind of go all the way down to the yellow one that looks like settings. And then we're going to move over to the right. We're going to go down to setup options. Just going to be right down here. Okay, and then we're going to come on the way down to where it says version. Okay, go ahead and click on that. Mentioned earlier in the video, you guys can actually see what version you guys are currently on, and then if you do already have the file updated on to the SD card, we're just going to pop up to software update and go ahead and click that right there. As you guys can see, it'll prompt you right here where it says 4.0 to 5.0. Please follow the precautions until the very end. Do not turn it off. Got it. No worries. And yeah, guys, just make sure that if you have settings on your camera that you make sure you back them up. If you just got the camera, then that's exactly why you do this at the beginning. You shouldn't have any issues when it does do this, but just in case something goes wrong, you always want to have all of those pre-button saves and things like that pre-saved. But anyway, we'll go ahead and click execute right here. And as you guys can see, this little red light right here, that means that the camera is currently updating. We're just going to let it do its thing. All right, guys, so it took about 2-3 minutes. So yeah, once you guys go ahead and click the update button, just be patient, let it do its thing. Don't get scared at first. So you're going, no, like the camera's not doing anything. You definitely don't want to touch the camera or turn it off or on until it is completed. But like I said, it should take about 2 or 3 minutes, and then you guys will get this right here, body update complete. And And yeah, that means we are good to go. So let's just double check and make sure that we are on the correct firmware by going all the way down to the settings tab, going all the way down to setup option, finding the version, and then clicking on the body, and look at that, we are at version 5.0. So guys, I picked up this Sony FX30 to make an entire series on how to use it, how to get the most out of this very powerful, affordable cinema camera. So if you guys are interested in learning more about your new Sony FX30 or just anything in the video production space in general, go ahead and check out my channel down below. And as always, guys, peace out.